Hi everyone. Today we'd like to discuss one more new concept. That one is nothing but mesh analysis. There, yeah. Try to know the difference between mesh and loop. These two comes under the category of closed paths only. There, closed paths. But there is some slight variation in between mesh and loop. Mesh in the sense closed path, loop in the sense closed path. But try to observe, this one is one closed path, this one is second closed path, and the entire part also comes under the closed path. But remember, this entire part is only loop, but it does not come under the category of mesh. Mesh in the sense there is no other closed path inside that particular one. All loops may not be meshes, but all meshes are loops. Remember that name. All meshes are loops, but all loops may not be meshes. That's the only variation. But these two comes under closed paths only there. I'd like to go for the part of analysis wise. Mesh analysis in the sense it's a combination of two things. One thing is nothing but Kirchhoff's voltage law in combination to the part of Ohm's law. I know Kirchhoff's voltage law is nothing but algebraic sum of all the voltages in a closed path is equal to 0. And the Ohm's law is nothing but V equal to IR. Try to use these things and I would like to go for the analysis wise. In order to go for the part of mesh analysis, I would like to follow steps wise. And the 4 steps I have to follow here is step number 1, identify number of meshes. Meshes in the sense it's a closed path. And the second step, designate those meshes with some currents here I1, I2 up to so on. And the third step, apply KVL for each mesh. And the fourth step, solve those mesh equations. We can evaluate the parts of unknown values I1 and I2 up to so on. These are the steps you have to follow for the mesh analysis. Identify number of meshes, designate those things as I1, I2 and apply KVL and solve those equations. We may get the values there. This one is the simple steps you have to follow for mesh analysis. And moving on to the part of this mesh analysis, you have to know one more thing. One more basic one here. That it is, let it be, I'd like to choose one resistor maybe like this, and the current traveling across this one may be I can assume some polarities may be positive, negative, and the resistance value is R. When current travels from positive to negative means it's a drop. I'd like to assign some negative polarity, and this one is nothing but voltage drop. V equal to minus I into R. This one is a thing. Same thing, when the current travels from negative to positive means I would like to assume this one may be some voltage rise. Yeah, this just an assumption there. Just try to identify. When the current travels from negative to positive means I would like to make this one as positive polarity. When the current travels from positive to negative means I would like to assume some polarity here as negative. That one may be voltage drop. This one is a basic line I have to follow here. Yeah, observe this too. And I would like to apply some mesh analysis for this particular two meshes here. That one is nothing but this one is the first mesh and this one is the second mesh. First step here is identify number of meshes, these two, and those two values will be designated as two currents I1 and I2. That's the second step. What's our third step? Apply KVL for mesh 1. This one is a mesh 1. That one is nothing but when current travels from positive to negative means, yeah, for each and every resistor I may assume some polarities positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative like this. This one is traveling current is I1, this one is I2. In between these two meshes, the current can travel here as I1 minus I2, difference of those currents. Why means it's in between the branch. Yeah, observe this first mesh. I would like to apply KVL. KVL in the sense plus 2 minus means minus polarity. That 10 into what's the current? I1. This one is a voltage. This one is the first voltage. Same thing. Plus 2 minus means again minus 3 into what's the current? Difference of those two currents. I1 minus I2. This one is another voltage. Minus 2 positive means plus 50. Summation of all these things is equal to 0. That's our first equation. Yeah. Same. Apply KVL for the second mesh. This one. Plus 2 minus in the sense minus 5 into I2. Plus 2 minus minus 25. Minus 2 plus 3 into I1 minus I2 is equal to 0. This one is the second mesh equation. Try to solve these two equations. We get the values of I1 and I2. This one is a simple procedure we have to follow. Yeah. In some of the works, they can follow some direct inspection method is also valid. Direct inspection method. What's the direct inspection method is nothing but while conducting for the part of first mesh equation, observe, don't take in this second part, only take this first part. That it is 10 plus 3. What's the value? 13. First mesh na I1. One thing is in between the things of two meshes, that current, that resistance is 3. Take it minus 3 I2. Second one is there. Minus 2 positive means plus is equal to 50 is the first mesh equation. Directly you can write. That's why this method is known as direct inspection method. Another one. Second mesh. Take only this part. These two are connected in series. That one may be second now plus 8 I2. One thing is with reference to this one. At that time this one is negative. Minus only 3. 3 I1. Positive to negative current travels is equal to minus 25. These two are the equations. When we observe these two, same values will occur. Nothing will be there. Yeah. If you get any negative value means the direction of current is opposite. That's the only matter. Don't bother about this final values. If you get negative or positive, that's another issue. But remember, if you get negative means that may be opposite direction. That's the only matter. Yeah. I hope you understand direct inspection method and the ordinary method. Yeah. Thank you. I hope you understand. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.